Good afternoon, everyone. So, quick show of hands, how many of you guys own bicycles? Oh, perfect. All right. So, before we start, I'm just going to give a quick personal anecdote about bikes. My freshman year at the University of Arizona, I was an out-of-state student. I had no car, no way to get around. So I called my dad and I was like, "Dad, I need a bike." And he was like, "I think that's a great idea. I'm going to give you a little bit of money, and I want you to go to the bike shop and get the cheapest bike you can find." So I did that, and it was great. I was riding around. I was getting everywhere. I didn't have to walk. It was awesome. And I think my one fatal flaw was I didn't know how to take care of my bike. So one day, I put my lock around the front tire instead of the frame of the bike, went into my friend's apartment, came out about an hour later, and my bike was stolen. So with that being said, I thought I'd never ride a bike again, and I still haven't to this day. But then I heard about the Yellow Bike Project. So go ahead and pass out these handouts, and might be one extra. But so the Yellow Bike Project is a nonprofit organization. There's only one. It's the address is here on the handout, and basically they teach you how to build and repair damaged bicycles. So the coolest thing about the organization is that they're not going to just build your bike for you. They're going to teach you how to build a bike. I thought that kind of attitude should be instilled more in volunteer work. I thought it was really cool. However, when I did go, well, let me say that the environment in the Yellow Bike Project was really friendly. Everyone was really welcoming. They were really open to showing you how to do stuff, but there was no one in charge. And I think today I'm going to talk to you guys about why an area that the Yellow Bike Project could improve. They're currently run by a collective of individuals who volunteer their time. Granted, these people, the shop is actually, it's a retail store where you can buy bicycles and parts and whatnot. And it's open Monday through Saturday from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. But from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. during those times, it's volunteer workshop. And you can come in and volunteer your time, but there is no owner, there's no manager in charge. So there's only a collective of individuals, and all these people have equal say in the company, or the organization, I should say. And the first Tuesday of every month, they come together and they have a collective meeting, and it's open to the public. And so you guys can already imagine, you're probably getting some very interesting characters with no guidelines. And in order for a motion to be passed, even the smallest motion, everyone in the collective has to agree. There's no majority rules. It's everyone has to agree on something. And I think I did some comparisons with some other local nonprofits, such as the Miracle Foundation and Little Helping Hands. And these are two of the most reviewed and highest rated on Yelp, two nonprofits in Austin. And they're actually not on there. They might be, I'm not sure. But anyways, these nonprofits all had an owner, a manager, a president, and a board of directors. And I know a lot of nonprofits kind of start out with in this collective direction, but I think the biggest thing the Yellow Bike Project could do would be to appoint someone as the owner or the manager of the shop. I think the reason I think this, and the biggest advantage of this would be, I noticed when I was volunteering, a lot of the time that I spent was, they had a lot of people at one station. And I think someone in charge could kind of delegate responsibility and have people go into different stations and whatnot. I think a lot of people were spending too much idle time when they were really there to volunteer. So there's one more thing I wanted to pass around, and the last thing I want to talk about is this Earn a Bike project. If you spend 24 hours in a 3-month span volunteering your time, you're eligible to build and earn your own bike. And as you can see, I volunteered once, and I didn't get anything checked off. But you have to do all these things like fix a flat tire and all that stuff. And it's pretty hard, it's not easy, but they teach you how to do it, and it's really cool. So if anyone's interested in that kind of stuff, I think it would be a great use of your time. So in conclusion, I just talked to you guys about what the Yellow Bike Project was, and how they could improve with just a little bit of upper management and upper leadership. So thank you for your time. If there are any questions, I'll take them now.